Hey guys, it's James here with Inspire Guitars, and we're finishing. We just finished the introduction, and we're getting ready to get started with the Rise of Sephira. And you've seen the rendering, you've seen what I was drawing out. I've got it laying here. I've cut it down so we can make a scale length version of it. That way we can build a template here, and that's exactly what we're getting ready to do. I'm going to show you how I do it. I've taken what I drew there in the last episode, and I have cut it down to be able to transfer it over to the template here, and that's what we're going to do today. We're going to cut us out a template and get ready to start building this thing. So I'm going to readjust the camera here and check back in with you. We'll get started transferring it over and cut it out. Okay, so I've got my drawing, or rendering as I call them, laid out here. Let me grab a couple of little pieces. I use a little bit of the painter's tape on this, and I use the delicate stuff so that way it comes off easy. Don't have to worry about it sticking and making a mess. But it's real important that you get this thing stretched out the way that you drew it. And that's exactly what I'm doing here. I'm going to put a piece of tape down here on this end. I'm going to actually move this because I have a nice flush end down here. That I can utilize. All right, so I've got it laid out here. All I do is a very simplistic, just trace. And we are ready to remove this now. Okay, now that I've got this point and the points down at the other end, we know that our nut is 42 millimeters wide. So let's put this baby right here on 42. And just double check, see our line's got a little bit wide because of the trace, and that's what you got to remember. So get it in there. And now, right, so 21 is going to be middle, so we'll start us we'll double check it here. All right. Now, then let's connect the dots. Get it lined up there, get it lined up down there, hold it. This is wanting to walk on me. There's one. We'll do the same thing over here. Soft. And there we are. Our neck. There we have it, guys. Now, what we can do is we can take a measurement down here just for make sure this has me at 70. Let's come down. Let's do some measurements that we know. We know that we are going to have an adjustable nut up here. Just a little off. Look at 21. Oh yeah, there's our. Okay, so now we should be 42 overall. And we are 42 right on it, roughly. Yep, we are 42 right on. I don't know if you can see that. We are 21 and 21. Put our there's our nut. The rest of the measurements come pretty daggone easy. Let's go down here. We were at 70. Bring you guys back down here with me. Yes, 70 down here on this end. So let's go 30, 35. These dots. This is going to be our center line down the neck. Okay. We've got a center line all the way down. Now we know where the nut sits, so we can take this and we can go 25 and a half. We know a typical fretboard is 19 and a half from the nut. So let's get our protractor here. And we'll go down here and do this. This is All I'm doing is just transferring those measurements that I showed you how to get earlier in the rendering video. And if you didn't watch that, or you're not sure what I'm talking about, go back to the previous episode and you'll see what I'm talking about. It shows you how to get all these. All there is to do, guys, is cut this out. So that's what we're going to do. It's going to get a little noisy. I'm going to back you up. I'm going to do this with a good old jigsaw right off the end of this bench. Now we have our template. Now you notice that I didn't cut all the way to the line, just around it. I didn't cut the head out because we want to make some changes there. Now what we're going to do is we're going to take this over to the belt sander. This is my wind oscillating spindle sander, but it also has belt sander function, which we're going to use. Make sure I get my little nut out of there. That piece is right here on the back. And it goes in. Just like so. You've seen there that the belt wanted to run off the track. That adjustment right there, there's plus and minus. It don't take much, just a little bit, and it'll adjust that belt to keep it on track. What it does is it tilts it, kind of makes it tilt in and out. So if you tilt it in, then the belt wants to run up. If you tilt it out, then the belt wants to run down. Okay, we're back. We're going to do a little bit more. We're getting up close to our lines now, and we're going to finish getting this thing squared away. Okay, I think we have it. I'm just perfecting this thing a little bit. I mean, you're going to get it close in the belt sander, but I'm just taking this little plane. It's a very cheap, simple one I picked up, I think, at Harbor Freight. And I'm just running it down the side. And you can see there's like light spots and dark spots. The dark spots is where I'm hitting with the plane, and the light spots is parts that I haven't hit yet. So you can see it's not exactly perfect yet. Are just kind of scuttling right along. That was a good, strong. Now what I do, I take this and I lay it down there and I look. That is nice. There is no gaps anywhere. Not the way everybody else does it. I know. Seven five roughly. That's perfect. And that's perfect. And we were right on our center line, so we are good. Our nut looks like it is going to fit perfectly. There is one body through, and what we'll do, we're going to do some work on this headstock here in a minute, but yeah, we're going to use this piece of poplar, and this is going to be Sephira's top side. We can now transfer this to our block and start cutting. All right, now I forgot to turn the camera on, but basically what I did is I took my jigsaw here and I just kind of roughed out the headstock here. As you can see, I left the line everywhere except for I got real close here. And we're going to take this over. I'm going to put on the spindle sander attachment on my oscillating spindle sander, and we're going to sand this down to the lines. pieces up here I'm going to leave just like that because that is a natural round from the small spindle sander, so it'll be real easy to duplicate that. The others, I could probably go up and duplicate those. That one's a little odd, but I could stick it in there real quick and make it that size. Matter of fact, I think that's exactly what I'm going to do. Okay guys, that's this episode. This is the Rise of Sephira, and I'm James Thacker with Inspire Guitars. Tune in next week. We're going to be working on another episode of the Rise of Sephira, and I don't know what we're going to be doing yet. We will more than likely be cutting this out of our piece of poplar, and I will get you some footage of some other stuff going on with it, but we'll start finishing up the neck.